Hi, this is Rachelle at Scrapcraftastic, and I am here to work on the accordion journal that it's a junk journal that I made a while ago. So it's an accordion, opens up like this. It's approximately 5 by 7. I measured it. It's a little bit bigger because I didn't do all of my folds just right, so it's about 5.5 by 7.5. So I'll just flip through real quick. If you want to see how I put this together, I'll link to the original video in the iCard up above so you can check it out. And I don't know if you've noticed, but in the planner community, junk journaling has kind of morphed its way over, and it is more of a combination of junk journaling and planning. So I'm going to use this to try and do that myself. But before I get started, I have the Washi Graveyard, which is what someone called it. Washi Trash Sheet is another name for it. I like Washi Graveyard, but it is full. I think I don't have any empty spaces left, maybe a little bit here and there. And I do have some random washi on my desk that I'm going to use to fill those spaces. This is my desk washi that I use to hold things down and things like that. So I'm just going to put a couple of pieces in the empty spaces. This washi is somewhat dry rotted. The sticky part is not what it should be. So anyway, I'm just gonna fill in those couple of spaces that I see, and then we're gonna seal this and use it to make a cover for the accordion journal, because I don't want to start journaling in it without a cover and then end up with weird spacing or whatever. I don't know. Here's another piece of desk washi to use to fill in some of the gaps. There's a gap right here. So I think that's pretty good. And as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but some of the pieces are not sticking down well, but that's fine. I'm going to seal it with Mod Podge. You could use your DIY Mod Podge. You could use matte medium. I decided to use something that was pretty easy to come by. This bottle came from the Dollar Tree, as well as this brush. It was a set of 2. And I'm just going to get my craft mat. You can use a silicone mat or whatever you have to protect your surface. I have paint from another project on here, so I'll use the other side. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is the little pieces that are sticking up, I'm going to try and hit those first and seal those down with the Mod Podge, because Mod Podge is also an adhesive, and kind of make sure that those lay down like they should. So just go around, and most of them aren't sticking up too bad. Let's see. I think I had managed to stick down everything that was misbehaving and sticking up. So it's just a few little corners. Oops. A few little corners here and there. I think this was the biggest problem down here. Okay, so I'm just going to start in one small area and just apply a coat of the Mod Podge just to see how it is before I just go wild and do the whole thing. So it seems like it's laying down pretty well, so I'm going to put some more here and go ahead and Put a generous layer on it just to protect it and make sure that everything stays in place. Trying to pay close attention to the edges, even though this is going to be trimmed down. Some of the edges will remain, so. And I think we got a nice covering on it. I think I hit all the areas. It's nice and smooth. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest just because I have it out. I'm gonna set this aside to dry, and then let's put it over here. Then we will proceed with our first layout in the accordion journal. So I want to actually change the layout on this page and make it open or start from this side instead of starting from this side, so that when I put the cover on, the cover will open like this. So I need to end the actual pages on this side so that I can attach the cover. So I'm going to use some of these scrap papers that I have on my desk from other projects. To do that, I'm just going to fold this over about a 1/2 inch or so, and I'm just going to kind of piece together the pages. So I think I'm just going to put this on this side like this. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down. I'm using Barely Arts glue. You can find this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description box below. Dries pretty quickly, doesn't cause a lot of warping like a lot of liquid glues do. And line that up like that. And then I'm just going to take my ruler and trim off the excess. This is basically how I built the book to begin with. So, and then that piece is not quite long enough. Let's see if I can find another scrap. Here's one. So I want the apple to show. I think this is from Calico Collage. And it does have some printing on the back, so that's good. I'm going to glue that right there like that. So I want this little piece right here to kind of show. Make sure it's straight. And put a little too much glue. Let's use my little towel to wipe that off. And it's not quite straight, but it's not going to matter in the end. Then I'm just going to tear this off here. Yep. And then tear this piece off. And then this is just all background. So even if the pieces that you put together don't match, it's fine, because you can cover them and make them whatever you want them to be. I may even use some of these scraps in the layout that I'm going to do. Now, when I put the cover on, I'll attach it to this side. Then the cover will, this will be the cover. And then it will open up like that. And I can put something on the back of here too. Okay. So my first page, I want to use this page here. And I don't know what I want to do to it. I know that I want to put Luna on here. So we've adopted the kitten that my daughter initially adopted. It decided she didn't want it. So I didn't want it to go to a shelter or anything like that. So I took it. And so now we have Luna. Her name was formerly Oreo, but she didn't really know her name. So I changed it to Luna. Actually, that was my youngest son's suggestion, and we all really like that name. It works as Luna Bell, Lunatic, because she's a kitten and she's a little lunatic. So all that works. Okay, so I got this scrap, which blends into the background too much. And I didn't really want to put a picture of her on here. Maybe I should, but I didn't really want it to be like scrapbooky. I just wanted it to be a little commemorative. Let's see, what else is in here? Okay, instead of me muddling through, I pulled out some scraps that I have, and I'm just gonna work with what I have on my desk for the most part. But I saved this tissue paper that was in a package that I recently received, and it has these cat washi tape on it. So I'm gonna tear that out and use that on the spread. I think I'm going to tear it out. Well, the ruler is not doing any good, so I'll just tear it the old-fashioned way. So there's that, and then I got all these other scraps that I can pull from. So I'm going to use this up at the top, I think, like this. Not gonna use that. Not gonna use that. Probably not gonna use that. Then I have this little piece of book page that I can use. This little piece of craft paper, and I don't need the whole thing. I think I'm gonna do it like this. So I think I'm gonna put this here. I tore this piece of black scrap paper that was on my desk, and so that the white edges would show. Now this isn't gonna be one of those layouts that's more planner like, because unless I put a doll on here, but I don't really want to put a doll on here. That, I don't know, we'll see. Let's just keep going. I may have to use a different book page, something that is more horizontal, like this, instead of using that. And then I wanted to use the floral area. Okay, I'm just gonna start gluing these down, because I'll sit here and rearrange everything for the rest of the day, and I don't want to do that. So let's put this down here. The little cat's peeking over, and I think I'm gonna do this like that. Or maybe I don't need such a big piece of the black. And make sure I glue everything down well. So I got a little room down here, and I got room up here. Then I'm thinking I'll use my stamps. I could use them on here. I think I will. to stamp her name on there. And I'm going to start from the end of her name and work my way back. I hope this dye ink works well. This is the dye ink from Tuesday morning. Yeah, I messed that up. But it kind of gives me a guide. And okay, so there's that. And this is all scrap paper that I just had laying around, and maybe I won't need to write anything. I don't know. I imagined that I would write something, but maybe not. So I'm gonna just leave that there for now. So, and then I know there are some cat stickers in this book from the Happy Planner that I can use. She is mostly black. This looks like she's wearing a tuxedo because she's white underneath. Okay, so I'm going to use this sticker. And then I'm just going to use one of these paw prints to cover up my mistake right here. I'm going to tear this off. And glue it down. I guess I don't need the other one. And is there anything else I need from here? I could use one of these gray cats to represent Miss Sookie. Down here, observing and being quite annoyed that there is another being invading her space. That doesn't look like much, but I tried. Let's take this micron. Not gonna put any around there. Then I'm going to use some of my moon washi from Simply Gilded, because Luna Moon, get it? And I'm just gonna put some glue stick down there just to make sure it doesn't come up. Just draw some lines. So this is kind of distracting. Let's white it out and see how the spread looks. Kind of want to move this. Oops, I accidentally tore her tail. Okay. Then I'm gonna put October, what day was that? 17th. Do I want to put a box on there? I think so. Maybe. And then I'm gonna put the date. Let's do this. Since I haven't used these, put October. The 17. And hopefully I'm putting these down straight. That's better. Okay. So it's not like some fabulous, beautiful spread, but it is a page to commemorate Luna arriving at our house. So, and then I can write in some information in the boxes. So that is my version of junk journaling combined with planner style. As I move forward, it will be more planner girl type things, but like I said, I just wanted to commemorate this here. And I put this piece of white paper so that you can actually get a visual of just this spread without the interference of the next page. A lot of this, as you can see, will be covered up with the next spread, but I just want to keep, you know, a simple visual. And then ideally I could probably just do the spread on both pages, and maybe I will do that the next time. We'll see. This is new to me. I mean, I like making junk journals, but I rarely do any junk journal type spreads, even though that's kind of something that I'm interested in. So enough hemming and hawing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little gray bell so that you'll receive notification each time I upload a new video. Be sure to check the community tab and my stories for updates throughout the week. Also, check us out over at patreon.com/Scrapcraftastic for exclusive content and digital downloads. Visit my other channel, Journal Life's Journey, for craft videos and junk journals. You can find me across social media at Scrapcraftastic. Visit my website and shop at Scrapcraftastic.com. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.